As men get older, sexual dysfunction becomes a significant problem, and 1 in 3 men will experience some form of ED in their lifetime. It's a problem made worse both by falling physical and mental health. Most older men would like to stay sexually active, but they increasingly find it difficult. It's true that as guys get older, levels of testosterone go down, but that's not the only reason older dudes sometimes have issues in the bedroom. Even men with normal hormone levels might struggle to get hard or finish. Disease and just general aging take their toll on the plumbing down there, making it tougher for things to work right during sex. And older men deal with erection problems, but also premature ejaculation. And as they get up there in years, the big finish just doesn't feel as good as it used to for them, which obviously makes the overall experience less fun and doesn't do anything to help their situation. There are special Kegel moves that can supposedly give your sex health a boost and make you feel young again. We get into the details on those later in the video, and let me just say, the last one will totally blow your mind. So what are the benefits of Kegel exercises sexually? What is impressive about pelvic floor muscle exercise, like the Kegel exercise, is that it does not require any equipment. Doing Kegel exercises to rehab your pelvic floor is a pretty easy and cheap way to make your erections better and boost a guy's performance in the bedroom, if you know what I mean. It helps for a bunch of reasons, and it's not only good for getting your soldier to stand at attention when you want him to either. Strengthening those muscles down there also helps avoid other problems that happen when your pelvic floor gets weak. 1. Improves male sexual satisfaction. Doing pelvic floor exercises can really help dudes out in the bedroom by making their climaxes better. It does this by helping them have stronger boners. Pelvic floor muscle exercise can help prevent issues like premature ejaculation. It can also help get ejaculation in those struggling with it, making sex way more satisfying. 2. Improves penile blood flow. Kegel exercise can help get rid of erectile dysfunction. It can help due to improved penile blood flow and strengthening of the supportive muscles. It also improves blood flow to other surrounding soft tissues and helps lower local inflammation. 3. Helps prevent urinary and fecal incontinence. Good sexual health for both men and women relates a lot to the health of the surrounding organs down there. So doing pelvic floor physical therapy can actually help avoid some not so fun stuff like leaking pee when you don't mean to, also called urinary incontinence. It may also help stop your insides from kind of falling out as you get older. And better muscle strength can translate to feeling frisky more often. Another bathroom problem that might get better with pelvic floor strengthening is trouble holding in poop. And losing control of your bowels can be straight up embarrassing and really hurt a dude's confidence. Getting those muscles under control is key for good times in the bedroom. A guy's sex life is just not likely to improve if he's dealing with stuff like prostate problems, weak pee flow, a frequent urge to pee, bladder pain, or other issues like that. It seems that sticking with pelvic floor rehab for a while can actually help with all those sucky conditions. The main point here is that sexual health and other pelvic-related issues like going to the bathroom easily are very connected. Now let's focus on how to do Kegel exercises. What's so impressive about pelvic floor exercises like Kegels is that you don't need any fancy equipment to do them. These moves mainly target the coccygeus muscles, which help dudes control peeing, improve their climax, and tighten their back door. But like other muscles, they get weaker as guys age. There's no one set way to do Kegels. The method is pretty simple. But you gotta follow some basic guidelines to get it right. Step 1. Figure out which muscles slow or stop your pee midstream, and it's important not to get them confused with your lower abs here. Step 2. Contract those muscles, keeping your lower belly relaxed as possible. Step 3. Repeat the move several times. You can even hold the contraction for a few seconds. 5 is good for most folks. Now, a word of warning. Lots of guys end up flexing the wrong muscles. Some tighten their lower abs, hips, or butt cheeks instead of their pee-stopping muscles. You also don't need to contract your lower back here, as they have no role in this exercise. Doing any exercise, it's key to stay focused on the muscles you're targeting. Make slow, smooth movements rather than jerky ones. No need to spaz out. You can do kegels pretty much anywhere, sitting, standing, walking, whatever. I've even squeezed out some reps when I'm just chilling at my computer. Once you've got the basic 5-second squeeze release down, work up to holding for 10 seconds at a time, and a good goal is 3 sets of 10 reps spread throughout the day. But hey, go to town if you want to do more. Kegels are pretty much harmless. Only folks who shouldn't kegel are guys recovering from prostate surgery or walking around with a catheter. Otherwise, have at it. Pilates exercises to try. These Pilates exercises activate the right group of muscles and challenge a person to maintain pelvic floor strength while moving. 1. Knee fallouts. Knee fallouts are a good exercise for beginners because they just involve small, controlled movements. To do them, lie flat on your back with your knees bent and feet planted firmly on the floor, and rest your arms at your sides and keep your spine straight. Don't arch your back. When you exhale, engage your pelvic floor muscles and slowly lower one knee towards the floor. Only go down as far as you can while still keeping those muscles activated. Don't let your pelvis tilt. Inhale and bend the knee again, releasing the pelvic floor tension. Repeat the motion with the other knee. Aim for 4 to 5 reps on each side at first, working up to sets of 10 reps as you get stronger. 2. Supine foot raises. This workout takes a basic move, knee fallouts, and adds a small twist. Start lying on your back with bent knees, feet flat, and arms at your sides. Breathe out, squeeze your pelvic muscles, and slowly lift one foot up, keeping your spine and pelvis completely still, and don't let them move at all. Inhale and lower that foot, then switch to the other side. Lift, hold lower. It's a tiny motion that takes focus and control. Don't just flop your leg up. Keep everything tight and move with precision. Take it slow and see if you can get to 10 reps on each side. 3. Pelvic curl. The pelvic curl is a pretty common exercise used a lot in Pilates. You start by lying flat on your back with your knees bent and feet flat on the floor, arms down by your sides. Keep your spine in a neutral position with just a tiny bit of space between your middle back and the floor, and breathe out as you tighten up those pelvic floor muscles real good. Then you want to tilt your pelvis up towards your belly button while pressing your back flat to the floor. Lift your booty slow, squeezing your cheeks and pushing your heels into the floor. Keep lifting up your butt and lower and middle back, squeezing the whole time. Your weight should be pressing into your shoulders mostly at this point. Take 3 breaths, continuing to squeeze your butt cheeks and pelvic muscles. Then lower your butt and back real slow, 1 vertebrae at a time, till your back resting on the floor. Do the whole sequence 3 or 4 times when you first start out. Then work your way up to sets of 10 reps as you get stronger. Let's talk about yoga exercises. Yoga can help guys in a few ways if they're having some issues getting their soldier to stand at attention. All that breathing and stretching is good for lowering stress, which messes with your junk. And better circulation from yoga gets more blood pumping down there so things work like they should. And it's not just about working the pelvic muscles either. Yeah, that helps. But it's really the whole mind and body wellness thing that yoga brings. Get zen, stretch out the bod, and the rest takes care of itself. No more saluting half-mast or falling out of formation unexpectedly. Yoga brings that discipline and control to all areas. So next time you can't quite get to full staff, maybe grab a mat instead of a little blue pill. Some downward dog and warrior poses might be just the ticket to lift your spirits and other things up. A lot of guys want to keep having sex as they get older. Looks like regular bedroom action is good for a man's body and mind too, but for some reason there's a drop-off as dudes age even if they still want to get busy. And the issue is usually boner problems from declining health. Giving up on sex altogether ain't the move though. That'll just make things worse. Pills can help in the short term but don't fix the root causes. So any real solution needs to hit a few areas. Meds, working out, healthy food supplements. The nice thing about Kegel exercises is you can sneak them in whenever. No equipment required, and people probably won't even notice you doing them. Simple, low-key way to improve the male anatomy if you catch my drift.